I wonder what people say. This looks a bit like the news. So this video is just designed to address quick Bond news that comes out every now and then. And if this goes well, it could be a new segment for the channel where I just quickly address the latest Bond news. If you like this video, you guys know what to do. First things first, the Tom Hardy news just came out of nowhere. Then the bookies stopped taking bets. Hardy is one of the best actors out there. Whether he's just using his eyes in a movie like Dunkirk or completely disappearing into a role like Bane. Even his other movies like Locke, Mad Max, Legend, The Drop. He's just an incredible actor. But right now, I hate to sound ageist. I doubt Tom Hardy minds, he seems to be doing very, very well. But he's 43. Now, I know what you're going to say. Roger Moore was around 45 when he made his first Bond film. Brosnan 42 and Dalton about 41. So at face value, Hardy is the right age. Michael Wilson says it himself. Bond needs to be a veteran. But all these actors were cast when they were averaging a movie every second year. But as of late, the films have stalled. The Craig era averages 3.5 years per film. If we're casting for longevity, which I think we are, we want our Bonds to do a few films, not just one or two. We really have to aim for the sort of age Craig was when he did Casino Royale, 38, maybe even mid-30s. With the physicality Craig has brought to the role, it's hard to imagine your average 50-year-old doing it. Even Craig gets injured in nearly every Bond film he does. Maybe I'm putting too much stock in this age problem, but if they cast him when he's 43, by the time they make this film, he'll be 45 or 46. And then by the time it comes around to the second movie, he could be 50 already. I'm just voicing the issue. But after seeing Tom Hardy's work, he's definitely up for the challenge. I always thought not casting a star was the best way to cast Bond. People didn't know who Connery was when they cast him in the role. And although Craig was already a successful actor, he wasn't famous like Tom Hardy or Idris Elba. People were able to go into Casino Royale with more fresh eyes, more open to him. I know, the blonde Bond thing. That was a problem. But if you cast someone like Henry Cavill, who definitely looks the part, and his Bond would be a nice change from the Craig era, there is a lot of baggage the audience bring when they watch an actor this famous. For example, there's nothing more I'd like to see than Michael Fassbender play James Bond. Bring back the Irish Bond. He basically did it already in Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards.
There's a special rung in hell reserved for people who waste good scotch. Seeing as I may be rapping on the door momentarily. I must say, damn good stuff, sir.
But is someone like that best for the series? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. When you see the Tom Hardy casting, too many questions are raised. Could they have actually met him in June, considering what's happening? Would they have given up the screen testing process that they've done for every actor? Negotiated a contract for a film that they don't even have a script for, don't know when it's going to be happening, don't know where they're going to shoot it, don't even have a director attached? At the moment, I doubt the energy is there for making a huge casting decision like this. The focus is to successfully release No Time to Die, whenever that is. Please be November. Just think, MGM and Eon are way more concerned about the film we have at the moment than the future films. On top of that, MGM is in a weird position. It's possibly open to a merger or takeover in the near future. So would they quickly allow a new casting for James Bond if that was a selling point for the studio in the future? Having the input on who the next James Bond is? I don't know. So really this Hardy story doesn't add up from a timeline perspective, shooting schedules, technicalities, and just business sense. We all know Hardy would boss it if he played Bond. But this story just isn't true, no matter how much people want it to be. The only way I think this story could be true is if it was presented as a package deal, like Christopher Nolan and Tom Hardy came in together with a plan of making this film. Or they're pre-planning a Hardy era and had a map of the next 5 films to come. So really, All of these guys are some of the best actors in the world. Any franchise would be lucky to have them. But don't believe the clickbait. The tabloids would never print an article about some unknown actor who was going to be playing James Bond. But this will get clicks. So that's why they print it. The decision still has to be made. So you could be the next Bond. I always get sidetracked on this topic. Okay, now something lighter. Literally, this watch is supposed to be so light. These ads that they put together for the Omega that's used in the new Bond movie are always really good. And there's some new images too. Although it is just a shameless ad of using Bond to market a watch. I'd still take one. Which leads me to Crockett & Jones announced their shoes that will be in the film. Plus a limited edition pair of dress shoes called James, which will set you back £850 sterling. Guess I won't be buying a pair. The Highbury shoes are back. These are a Bond staple now after being used in Skyfall too. They seem to be getting quite a lot of wear with the tuxedo and the suits he wears in the film. The second are called the Molten, a pair of boots, which he seems to be wearing in the Norway sequence. It looks intense. Now something more in my price point. Blackwell Rum is doing a limited edition 007 rum. Chris Blackwell actually owns GoldenEye, not the video game, Fleming's Holiday Home, where he wrote all the books, which is really, really cool. Would love to come visit Chris if you're watching. The Jamaican Rum is 45% alcohol, so that should keep us going through lockdown. But I recommend not drinking the whole bottle before seeing No Time to Die. A few years back, before seeing Spectre, a few of the lads decided to have a couple martinis before the movie and a number of beverages during. As one of my friends said, I love the opening sequence, but I don't remember the rest. Such a disaster. I wonder how they'll fare in November. Best not tell them about the Blackwell rum. So, drink Blackwell responsibly before the movie. Afterwards, do whatever you want. I'm not your mother. That's all for this video. I'm interested in hearing what you think of this roundup of Bond news. If you liked it, you know what to do. This might even become a staple of the channel. And subscribe too. It's nice to see people subscribing and showing an interest in my crazy Bond obsession. For now, thanks for watching. I'll play you out with a bit of this Omega ad.
James Bond, let's face it. I've made you redundant.
Not as long as there are people like you in the world.
You a 00?
2 years. I thought you two would get along.